Todd Kohlhepp killed 7 people between 2003 and 2016 while posting terrifying comments about some of his weapons online. When reporter asked by his mother how many others he had killed, he immediately responds, "You do not have enough fingers." Before proceeding further, if you are new to this channel, then please subscribe to this and hit the like button. I am sure you will get some interesting videos in this channel. Now comes to the video. Todd Kohlhepp had 2 degrees, a job as a graphic designer, and appeared to be in control of his life. The Florida-born businessman even established a real estate company in South Carolina with 12 workers, was studying to become a pilot, and owned nearly 100 acres of land. Years passed before anyone finally realized he was a serial killer. In fact, Kohlhepp was a man who had struggled with rage and brutality since he was a little child below his professional persona. Later, his father asserted that the only feeling he was familiar with was rage. When Kohlhepp was only 15 years old, he kidnapped and raped a female in Tempe, Arizona, while holding her at gunpoint. He was given a 15-year prison term, and after being freed in 2001, he went on to murder 7 more people. While experienced homicide investigators were not unfamiliar with such sexual crimes, Kohlhepp would turn out to be an exception. He had left behind a terrifying trail of reviews on the well-known e-commerce site for some of the very things he must have used in his heinous crimes, earning the moniker Amazon Review Killer from the media.
The abusive childhood of Todd Kohlhepp.
Todd Christopher Samsell, who was born Todd Kohlhepp on March 7, 1971 in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, separated from his parents when he was just 2 years old. His mother Regina Tague soon after wed Carl Kohlhepp, who in 1976 was given legal custody of him. While in the care of his mother and stepfather in South Carolina and Georgia, Kohlhepp started to exhibit unsettling behaviors. He was a well-known bully who frequently ruined his classmates' school projects and was expelled from the Boy Scouts for misbehavior. He even used bleach to kill a goldfish and a BB gun to shoot a neighborhood dog. However, as later discovered by FBI investigators, Kohlhepp experienced bullying at home. According to FBI agent John Douglas, he was abused, abandoned, and his grandfather struck him with a cattle prod. He was a bully even in elementary school. He found himself in a psychiatric hospital by the time he was 9. He was irrationally enraged and aggressive. He actually developed into the offspring of this severely dysfunctional household. Kohlhepp hated his biological father and yearned to live with him. Before his goal was fulfilled in 1983, he would spend a few years in therapy. It was agreed Kohlhepp should reside with his father in Tempe, Arizona, as his mother was involved in her second divorce. It unfortunately turned out to be unsatisfactory. While he enjoyed teaching his father how to blow stuff up and create explosives, Kohlhepp quickly came to despise him since Samsell spent much of his time going out on dates. He pleaded with his mother and stepfather to take him back home, but they just gave him reasons to stay in Tempe. On November 25, 1986, Kohlhepp finally lost his cool. Kohlhepp tricked a local girl out of her home by pretending her boyfriend needed to speak with her while his father was gone. He used a .22 caliber handgun to drag her inside his house, roped her up, and taped her mouth shut. He walked her home after raping her and threatened to destroy her family if she talked. The Amazon Review Killer added murder to the list on November 6, 2003. He allegedly left the Superbike Motorsports store after being laughed at for trying to return a bike. He came back with a revolver and shot the proprietor Scott Ponder, 30, his mother Beverly, 52, the manager Brian Lucas, 29, and the mechanic Chris Sherbert, 26. He evaded justice for more than 10 years, but he would eventually post his private thoughts online. Kohlhepp made an Amazon wish list of goods to evaluate under the username me. These things, which included chainsaws among others, demonstrated how ruthless he really was. Works excellent. Getting the neighbor to stand still while you chase him with it is hard enough without having an easy-to-use chainsaw.
The end to Kohlhepp's spree.
Kohlhepp failed to reveal his criminal history when applying for his real estate license in 2006. His fledgling business, TKA Real Estate, expanded quickly. From his Moore, South Carolina, home, which he paid $137,500 for, Kohlhepp ran it. Kohlhepp, a now successful businessman, paid $305,632 for 95 acres near Woodruff, South Carolina, and surrounded it with a chain-link fence. He persisted in posting terrifying reviews on Amazon for products like knives, padlocks, gun attachments, targets, emergency surgery books, and miniature shovels. Keep in car for when you have to hide the bodies and you left the full-size shovel at home. One review read, Does not come with a midget, which would have been nice. Then his deadly wrath returned in August 2016. Late in August, Kohlhepp hired 30-year-old Carla Brown and her 32-year-old partner Charles Carver to clean the property. They were reported missing on December 31st. The final pings from Brown and Carver's smartphones were eventually located near Kohlhepp's house, according to Spartanburg County Police. They heard banging coming from a cargo container on Kohlhepp's farm, and when they searched it, they discovered Brown stuck inside. By that time, she had been raped, shackled, and terrified for about 2 months. Later, Brown testified that Kohlhepp had shot Carver in the face before tying her up. Kohlhepp disclosed the locations of 2 other bodies on his property while being detained. Johnny Joe Coxey, age 29, and Megan Lee McCraw Coxey, age 26, were both reported missing in December 2015. Kohlhepp admitted guilt on May 26, 2017, to 7 consecutive life sentences without the possibility of parole after being charged with 7 crimes of murder, 2 acts of kidnapping, and 1 case of sexual assault. That's all of today's videos. If you like this video, then please hit like and share. Also, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. See you in next video. Till then, bye bye.